The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for Thursday, November 7th, tease that Thomas will spend some time with his sister Steffie. As B&B viewers know, Steffie and Thomas have been estranged ever since Thomas' involvement in keeping the secret about Beth came out. But now it seems that Steffie will want to talk to her brother about a pressing issue, his son and her nephew Douglas. Steffie has recently become aware that Thomas is under pressure from Hope and Brooke to sign over his parental rights and give at least partial custody of Douglas to Hope. That has infuriated Steffie, who is adamantly against Hope gaining custody of Douglas. Steffie can probably see the larger picture here. That Hope and Brooke think Thomas is unfit and that once Hope gets an ounce of custody, she's probably going to seek full custody.
Steffie is also sensitive to the fact, at least from her perspective, that the Logans are overstepping their bounds and trying to intervene in a family matter. After all, in the event that Thomas were to be unable to care for Douglas or if he were to need help, Steffie surely thinks that it's the Forresters who should step in to help their own family, not the Logans who aren't even related to Douglas. Well, on Thursday's episode, Steffie will have a talk with Thomas and try to dissuade him from sharing custody of Douglas with Hope. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say she'll try to get Thomas to see that Hope isn't interested in him at all and that it's only Douglas that she's after. Steffie might relay to Thomas the last argument she had with Hope, during which Hope clearly stated that she wanted Douglas to live with her and Liam.
Of course, since Douglas will be there, Hope will have to tread carefully, and she might find herself in the position of having to play along with Thomas' little scenario. But it doesn't look like she'll forget her mission and why she's there in the first place, to get Thomas to sign adoption papers giving her joint custody of Douglas. And from here, a dangerous situation will unfold. Ongoing B&B spoilers indicate that Thomas will offer up more quid pro quo to Hope for being able to adopt Douglas. And this will all culminate in Hope carrying on a frantic search for Douglas throughout Forrester Creations. It's all leading up to an explosive conclusion that viewers won't want to miss, and on Wednesday's episode we'll see the lead up to that big event. Since B&B spoilers indicate that Hope will eventually get custody of Douglas, viewers can expect some big things to happen by week's end.
However, others are beginning to suspect that something is a bit off.
The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers indicate that Hope has already told Liam some lies and kept secrets since the adoption papers were revealed.
This will continue in the next 2 weeks as she keeps more secrets from Liam. This includes the extremes she is going to get custody of Douglas.
Liam knows some it, but not everything, and this will just slowly chip away at their relationship.
B&B fans are right when they speculate that Bill will try to stay out of it, but will ask Liam what is going on.
Especially with Quinn possibly reporting that Hope was with Thomas on Halloween night.
Not only this, but eventually others will discover that Liam spent the evening with Steffie.
Just like how Bill knew it was already in Wyatt Hart, perhaps he will have a little chat with Liam as well.
Kiara Barnes is following in the stilettos of her the bold and the beautiful co-star Denise Richards, Shauna, by pulling a guest gig on The Price is Right.
Hope's was an extended appearance, lasting for several days. Eagle-eyed fans know that the Sudser and the game show have a history of talent crossovers.
Hopefully, you caught the hilarious scene on B&B where former game show host Bob Barker guest starred and got into a hilariously physical altercation with.
But the crossover fun doesn't stop there. B&B's sister soap, The Young and the Restless, has also gotten into the spirited action, with Melissa Ordway, Abby
having guested on the game show. And, if you were watching Y&R yesterday, you discovered that Victor Newman, Eric Braeden,
is an ardent The Price is Right fan, as he cheerfully told his wife Nikki, Melody Thomas Scott.
Liam snarks that Thomas probably was too, and asks if she's still trying to get him to give her custody. Hope says Douglas has to be freed from his father. Liam thinks they should be letting the Forresters figure that out. They won't let anything bad happen to Douglas.
Hope protests that Ridge has convinced everyone to ignore Thomas' worst behavior. They haven't seen it.
Bill arrives amid the tension and Hope leaves to see Brooke. Bill asks Liam what was going on. Liam explains about Douglas.
Bill isn't keen to rely on Quinn to be stable, but agrees adoption is extreme. Bill offers to deal with Thomas,
but Liam reminds him he's not that guy anymore. He feels Thomas deserves a chance to be the father Douglas deserves.
Bill switches gears and informs Liam it's time for him to take his place at Spencer Publications.
Liam admits he's thought about it as Bill presses him to agree. Liam gives him a long-winded yes and they embrace.
Thomas brags that one night with him would change everything. Zoe walks over and kisses him.
They debate whether Hope wants a relationship with him. Zoe thinks he's obsessed since her kiss had no impact.
Thomas assures her she's sexy, but there's only one woman for him. Zoe feels they could be a team and argues Hope wants Douglas, not him.
Thomas calls Hope. In Brooke's living room, Hope tells Brooke that Thomas offered her shared custody of Douglas, on one condition. Brooke gawps, sex?
She can't believe Thomas offered her custody in exchange for sex and is disgusted. Hope forbids her from telling anyone. They have to stick to the plan.